Today we're at the Toronto Outdoor Adventure Show.
There's cool people, booths, and products here, and so come with us. We're going to check it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy, eh?
I feel like you're really intense. But
Interesting question.
You don't need to be told that this is a magical place.
you had to fight that.
I did.
Do you have any tips or tricks to using one of these things?
Yeah, I do actually.
I found him. Here he is.
Just a bunch of young YouTubers. They don't know what they're doing. Go canoeing with these guys.
We're also here to meet somebody new who caught a super unique fish this year.
Oh, no way! Yes! I completely forgot about this. Right on. Cross that off the bucket list.
And I haven't stopped thinking about it since I saw it, and so we have something for him.
But first you wanted to get something from Frontenac, right?
Yes, let's do that. Are you rolling? Okay, we have Jeff here from Maps by Jeff, the newest iteration. Awesome product, but we wanted to ask you a quick little question here. This thing is loaded with features. There's so much to see and talk about, but we're curious to know, what was the most difficult feature to implement?
Oh, easy. Okay. So each of the portages has essentially like a little side view, right? Where you can see, where are the hills, what's the shape of the thing, where's the steep spots. So that was definitely the hardest because there was no software I could get to do that for me. I had to learn how to program because I had to make 800 of these dang things. But I think it turned out so well, and I don't know, it's my favorite feature.
I agree. It's definitely something cool, and for so many people to be able to like look ahead and have an idea. This is where I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to take a break there.
That's the thing. I don't want to dissuade anyone from doing a particular portage, but the way I see it is, if I'm going to be taking a break halfway through, I'd rather do it after the hill, not before.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you finish the break, you're like, I'm good to go, and you're like,
These things are super cool. And so, actually, last year at the show, we were asking a question to everyone. I'm going to ask you. It's skill testing, so no pressure. Is it pickerel or walleye?
It is walleye. Yep, it is walleye. That is the answer. I don't know if I'm right, but that is the answer, and I will stick by it.
I'd have to agree that is the answer. Jeff, nice to meet you. Thank you. Awesome stuff. And we'll chat again in the future and maybe do some stuff together.
That'd be great.
Maybe not tripping, because I feel like you're really intense. But
That's right.
cool. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for doing this.
Absolutely. This has been great.
Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, but the fish that this guy caught is a blue walleye. Now, I've seen blue walleye before. They're usually very pale, and they have like blue fins. Very cool looking. But these ones that he caught were like the bluest, most beautiful that I've ever seen. And ever since seeing one, it's in my hands. I can see it. I need to make it happen. But first we got to ask him where to find them and how to get them. And we got to give him that thing.
Okay, so we are here at the Agawa booth. If you've been watching our videos, you know I use an Agawa saw. I absolutely love it, and I would tell you about it, but we're here with one of the guys that engineered it and helped design it. So let's talk to him and see, have him explain it to us. So why is this saw so wonderful, man?
Well, it's a aluminum frame saw with 3 sides, so you get a lot of travel here to cut through your wood, and it's all connected. So to open it up, you just swing open the handle, swing the blade around, and then to add tension, there's a notch here that wraps around the bottom edge of the frame, and then you just crank it over. Yeah. So that's it. And when you're done with it, same thing in reverse to put it away. Just swing it around. Everything fits inside the channel and then locks into place.
Yeah, so small, so convenient, and light.
Yeah. This weighs just over a pound.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it cuts both ways.
Yeah. Push-pull.
Push and pull.
Push-pull.
Yeah.
And then we have a few blades available.
Okay.
So this is the aggressive blade. It's a bit of a coarser tooth pattern, and every tooth is sharpened, so it's pretty efficient. And then we sell an all-purpose blade, which has a raker in it. Okay. And so that the raker is not sharpened, and so it helps to clear out sawdust. So you use that in green wood, stuff where you really want to clear it out so it doesn't bind up.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have a bone blade as well for field dressing and things like that.
Can we get your name, man?
Graham.
Graham.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Love the saws.
Thanks.
And yeah, you've been making my camping experience so much easier having this in the backpack.
I'm glad we can do that. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Hey, so we got Rob here from Rob in the Outside.
Yes.
And Rob in the Outside or in Outside?
It's in the outside, but because of some of the social media, it's Rob like in the outside or Rob _ in the outside. But yeah, I'm in the outside.
Okay. Rob, can you tell us why you're here today?
I am here today to fanboy. I missed Adam Schultz, I think, because I had to take my son out. But I was just basically here. This community has like saved my life, dude. It really has. And I love everything about this. So.
Well, glad you're here. Nice to meet you.
Yes, you guys as well.
Skill testing question now.
Uh-oh.
Is it walleye or pickerel?
I'm going to say walleye.
You had to fight that.
I did, because I got buddies that say pickerel and they throw crap at me in the boat. But yeah, no, I want to say walleye.
All right, we've converted him.
All right.
Rob, good to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you guys.
Have a great
as
time.
well.
We'll see you around.
You as well. Yes.
Did you see Kevin earlier? We should try and talk to Kevin.
I did see him, but he was busy, so I didn't know.
All right. Well, let's try and catch up with him.
Okay.
He's in there. All right, we're gonna have to catch up with him later.
It's so busy in there.
It's so busy. Who knew people actually wanted to hear Kevin talk?
We have Keith here from Kid Stoves. Now, I was just over at Frontenac Outfitters. I bought myself finally a titanium it's ultimate, right?
Yeah.
The ultimate titanium stove from Kid. Super excited about it, but I've never used like a firebox like this. That's what you call it, right?
Yep, you can. It's a stick stove.
So I've never used one, so I want to ask you, Keith, if you have any tips or tricks to using one of these things.
Yeah, I do actually. A lot of people are a little scared using them, right? Because they don't know what to do. It's so easy. You get a good tinder bundle of something, you put your tinder bundle in it, and then you just feed some sticks on it, right? Once you get a good fire going, it's like building a fire. Just add bigger sticks. Nice about our stove with having the door on the front, you don't have to make your sticks the exact size. You just put them in the door, and when they burn down, you just shove them in. But the best burn is if you can get a piece of maple about 3.5 inches around, you cut it. Our stove has a little bit of a measuring device. It's the center line of our strap. Cut it to that. It takes the piece to about just below the top holes. But you take that, you baton it into about 6 pieces. And you build a Swedish burn in your stove. So in hardwood maple, you just put your tinder down the center, get it going, and it lights the edges, and then it burns to the outside. That gives you a 20-minute wicked fire.
That's
right?
a sweet
That's
little
a
tip.
key. That's a key trick.
See, this is why we're here. I'm super excited to use one of these things. You guys make these, right? Made in Ontario here.
Made in Canada. All our steels are cut in Beansville, Ontario now. Yep. All laser cut, so there are no sharp edges and all that stuff. We've even done it. We'll get a good fire going. We'll get little sticks. We'll actually stick them in the holes. We don't care. We've had flame up to here. They're great. My grandson can put it together.
Yeah, actually, I just assembled it not long ago just to try it.
The thing about puzzles is once you do them, they're no longer a puzzle. You didn't get the bottom in. You gotta put the bottom in first.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Something like,
I don't think.
oh gosh.
Keith, thank you so much for doing this.
guys.
Appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Who's the better fisherman?
Depends on the day and what we're going for. Awesome, Keith. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming today. Really appreciate you swinging by and listening to this chat here. We're going to talk about adventure fishing.
Who are we kidding? Nobody wants to hear us talk. A lot of people, eh?
It's a little busy. You're not laughing at the mic, are you?
No, I love the mic. It's exactly something like I would do. Probably just with a stick though.
It's a little goofy. We've upgraded it this year. We put the reel on it. So
Nice, very authentic.
we've got Nate from Muskoka. Nate,
Nate Muskoka.
Nate
on
Muskoka.
Instagram. Yep.
And we're just going to ask him quickly what you're doing here. What are you here to do?
I just came down with my partner and our daughter to just kind of see what was going on and say hi to some people that I usually don't get to see unless it's at a venue like this or like a big group trip. You know, it's nice to put faces to names and names to faces and actually talk to people, you know, in person that you would usually just be talking to online.
Very cool. And I'm going to ask you one more question. Is it a pickerel or a walleye?
Oh, man, come on. I believe it's pickerel.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Nate, good to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Thanks for taking the time.
Good to actually, you know, meet you guys face to face finally.
You as well. And we got some stickers for you, right? You got some
Yes,
stickers?
I got them. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay.
Awesome. Can I call you Ev?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Ev, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Why are you here and what are you doing here today?
Well, I came here today because the Paddleheads said that they had stickers, so I had to come and get one for my own.
One of many. That's what everyone's here for.
Yeah. You know.
There's something else, though. This afternoon you're doing something, I think.
Oh yeah. I think I'll be presenting today. I'm going to be presenting on the paddling adventure stage.
And what are you talking about?
We're going to be talking about how you can go from paddling flat water to waterfalls.
I saw the title. That's right. You just refreshed. I'm starting to think of a funny pun. Whitewater. It's gone. Thanks for doing this.
We're going to go on a trip soon. We're going to catch some fish.
Yes. You're going to show us how to fish.
Well, I don't know how well it's going to go, but we're going to see.
Well, if it goes bad, we can blame you.
I'll just I'm going to FaceTime Ben Beauchamp while we're there and just hey buddy, what do I do?
He knows how to catch fish, doesn't he?
He seems to know. Yeah, you guys should go talk to him.
Evan, good to see you.
You too.
We'll catch you later.
Sounds good.
Good question. There's so much to see. So much to see. Let's find a place to go fishing.
So much to see.
Let's find a place to go fishing.
Okay.
Wow, this show is, it's a lot. I mean, we came here last year. We knew what to expect. It's still overwhelming. There's so many people here to talk to and see and people or things to see.
We thought it might be a good time to let you guys know who it is that we're looking for. So last year, a man by the name of Ben Beauchamp did a really cool trip on the Steel River. He caught a bunch of these amazing blue walleye.
Like navy blue.
I don't know. It's too good to be true. It's like a unicorn.
Yeah, for sure.
So we want to get one, but we want to ask him about where he caught them, how he caught them, and those kinds of things.
And we have something for him in exchange for that information.
That's right.
Let's see if we can find him. Yeah?
Yeah, Paddleheads guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We have Steve here from Suluk 46, and I'm going to get him to tell you guys about some of the one product in particular that's super cool.
Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Paddlehead. You can cut that out. Love the microphone, first of all. Okay, so we're Suluk 46, engineered backcountry gear. We focus on making essentially ultralight gear, mainly for the backpacker type person, but over the years, people are looking to do single portages in their canoe, that type of stuff. So we take products that are generally too heavy to carry, let's say, and make them light. A great example is our new Yucca 240. I don't want to say partnered, but we're getting the blades directly from Silky. We're making the handle, and we've turned their Silky Gomboy from 12 ounces to 6 ounces. And that's generally the mantra of what we do. We engineer the living heck out of everything to cut all unnecessary weight while still being functional. And yeah, that's what we do.
And you guys have a full line of stuff.
We do. We have just over 40 products. We have about 20 on display here. It's actually an interesting concept. This show is mostly canoers, like it's really predominantly canoers. So a lot of our saws, a lot of our grills. What else? Like the pots are really, they sell well here. Everyone's very interested in them. There's this whole other underground part of the business that all goes to the thru hikers in the States. Appalachian Trail, Continental Divide Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, like our ice axe. So this was our flagship product in 2008 when we launched the business. Titanium carbon fiber, it's the lightest ice axe in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy,
That's unbelievable, actually.
So crazy. So yeah, generally, most of the time people pick stuff up, carbon fiber pot lifters, they're ridiculously light. It's ridiculously light stuff. And that's what we do.
Yeah, I think there's definitely paddlers that appreciate lighter gear because a lot of people are doing real big trips, they're doing huge portages, and like the lighter the stuff that you can bring, the easier that's going to be on you. So, like this stuff is super cool. But Steve, thank you for taking a couple of minutes here and telling us about this stuff. That looks dangerous, so before we make anybody mad, we should go.
Thanks, guys.
So my name is Ben. We got a YouTube channel called Paddleheads.
Okay.
I use the app all the time. I love it. Been paying for the subscription for 2 years.
Awesome.
Absolutely love it.
Awesome.
Could you maybe tell the audience some of the advantages of this map? I mean, so it's coming from your mouth and not mine.
Absolutely, yeah. So the idea of the map was to get all of Canada onto one app. It varies by province with the data that it shows, but for Ontario specifically, we really focus it on the Crown land, paddling routes, hiking routes, and the fishing information. There's no other app in Canada that has as much detail as this app has. Its offline capabilities are really awesome because you don't need cellular service to use the map or navigate on it or track yourself on it as well. So offline maps capability, lots of customizable layers. It covers the whole country, specifically Ontario. It's got all the information that you need in the backcountry to really take advantage of everything that the province has to offer.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. It's got tons of fishing information. We love fishing. That's kind of the focus of the channel, backcountry fishing. Last question, are there any Easter eggs inside of the app?
Interesting question. It's something we should actually look into adding, but some of the things that people have mentioned to me is the attractions feature, the layer in the app. There's hydroglyphs hidden in there as well. So if you just look at the attractions, you'll turn on the paddling and the attractions, you might actually find some really cool stuff in some real remote places, things that even the locals don't really know are there. But we have a phenomenal team based out of here in Ontario. The rest of our office is in BC, but we collaborate well across the country, and there's definitely some tidbits in there to really create a pretty cool adventure out of. So
that's cool. I'll have to take a look for those. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get your name.
Basilio.
Basilio.
You got it.
Pleasant to meet you.
Great to meet you guys. Yeah, keep up the good work, guys.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm doing it. We have Jess and Alex here from Tents and Timber, and we were just chatting about them about a really awesome trip they just did. But I'm curious to know why you guys are here today. What are you guys doing here at the show?
Just getting inspiration, I guess. There's so many vendors here for traveling around and meeting awesome people like you guys, of course, chit-chatting, catching up. It's kind of the main goal. Obviously, a new canoe would always be handy, so chatting with all the canoe people there. But yeah, that's kind of the plan.
You guys have any plans to buy a new canoe?
We would love.
You can never have enough
to.
canoes, right? So yeah.
Falls under the category of tents and gear, We can dream.
So I'd love to try like a solo canoe and try more of that. But yeah, that'd be the goal.
Have you ever been in one?
Yeah, I've used the pack boat, the Swift pack boat. I've tried that one. It's really nice. No complaints there. But
yeah, I think I used one of those when we were in Algonquin, the Keewaydin.
Yes.
It took like a couple minutes, maybe 30 or so, to like get a feel for it.
Yeah.
But like it was super. What's nice about it, especially for fishing, is like a kayak. You don't have to you can go wherever you want, and the other person you're with can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah,
so
it was more so like almost balancing it, trying to figure out if the pack goes in the front or the back of the smaller pack boat. That was tricky to get used to. But.
Quick side thing, actually, Recreational Barrel Works?
Yeah.
They just released a new pack that splits in two, so you can balance a solo boat like that.
Oh, that's clever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, genius.
Nice.
Little plug there for Recreational Barrel Works. Anyways, last skill testing question.
Uh-oh.
I hope you guys are ready. Is it pickerel or 7? Pickerel or walleye?
It's definitely walleye.
Walleye.
Okay. All right.
No, yeah, 100%.
Correct. Okay, guys. Very nice to see you again.
You as well.
Saw you last year, and we'll see you later.
For sure.
Thanks for doing this, and we'll catch up soon.
Cool.
I caught it this year. These canoes look so tasty. No, I'm not gonna lick it. But look, it's like Smoke's poutineery right there.
Wow, probably tastes like poutine. Action.
Okay, we've got Tosh here from Tosh Self-Propelled. Oh, it's even on his sweater.
Yeah.
But we just want to know real quick what you're doing here today and what your experience has been like at the show.
So I dropped in just to mostly just see friends and check everything out. There's so many cool people I met here last year. It's mostly the people. I've got so much gear that I'm overflowing with stuff. So not really looking for any more gear. I bought a canoe here last year. But yeah, just meeting up with old friends and making new ones.
And we were just chatting. You're in the middle of like traveling around the U.S. right now, and you just flew back here for the show. So what is next for that part of your journey?
Yeah, so I've been in the U.S. now for 3 months, traveling around the Southwest, all through the desert, and came home for the show and to see some family and see what's going on back here in Ontario. So the van is in Nevada, so I'll go down, pick it up, and make my way back home. And then it's just living in the van, canoe tripping, maybe some hiking back in the summer when it gets a little warmer.
To say I'm envious would be an understatement. But that's super cool. Good luck with all that. We heard you talking on Dennis's show about some of the challenges with filming you've had down there.
The problem has been finding places that I can film, because now in the U.S., most national parks and a lot of the state parks, it's all permit based. So you have to apply for a permit.
That terrifies us, thinking of like that coming here. So if you come back, don't bring that.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave that there. Anyways, thanks for doing this. One final skill testing question. Is it pickerel or walleye?
That's a tough one. I grew up with pickerel. My family, everybody in Northern Ontario, everybody said pickerel. And I have to catch myself. I've edited out of so many videos saying pickerel because I just get the hate of everyone saying, no, it's walleye, dumbass. Like, so.
You get it from both sides.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, I grew up with pickerel, so I got to say pickerel.
There's no wrong answer. You passed the test. Tosh, good to meet you. Thanks for doing this.
Yep, my pleasure.
Good luck. We'll see you around.
All right, thank you.
Oh, here we are. I can't believe we stood in line for you.
Oh, nice rods. You want to touch it? Hey, watch the tip. It's sensitive.
How's it going?
Don't go canoeing with these guys.
That's right. Don't.
We'll just outfish them, right?
Oh, here we go. No. This is how it happened. So these guys, the Paddleheads, they got 6 fishing rods between the two of them. They got enough tackle in their canoe to sink the canoe. And they're telling me, first of all, you said the old guy. You're telling me how to fish.
Is it okay if we ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Shouldn't take too long.
Oh, you got that on?
Yeah. Yeah, we're recording all of this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You don't get too close. Okay. This is a bit of a tough question, but this is something we've talked about before, and it's something that I think is important to discuss. But there is this idea out there. Some people have this idea that the online content creators are like a problem for the outdoor community. Why do you think people feel that way?
I've been having a lot of people come up and ask me that. They call this a love fest. Just a bunch of young YouTubers, they don't know what they're doing. And I would say that those people that are saying that forget when they started out, we used to have slideshows, right? So it's just a different piece of technology. It's the same enthusiasm. And some are really experienced and some are not. I would say the only thing that's changing it technology, how we present is, what I find the only negative is a lot of the new people going into it, whether young or old, but they're just getting into it with YouTube and stuff. They're not pushing for the protection of the wilderness. It's a little bit more self-indulgent, and I think we need to change that. Because if you look at all the people here, and look at all the people that are watching these YouTubers, right? And they're great. I'll watch them all the time. But there's no message, right? It's all about what they did. So I'm just being the Uncle Kev here. Being the Uncle Kev, I think that we need to rethink that. Yeah.
I think that's a good point, and I think you're right about that. Thumbs up. Okay.
That wasn't his thumb.
Would you say there's any positives?
Oh, there are all more positives than anything. The show isn't dead. And so what if it's a love fest? What's wrong with that? I'd like a love fest.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you if it's pickerel or walleye because we've beat that horse to death. So
yeah.
Was there anything else we needed to ask Kevin? I don't think so. I think that's it.
You have not caught a brook trout yet. You're not a real man.
Trip, springtime.
Okay.
You're going to help me.
I will assist you in catching the trophy of a lifetime.
You heard it here, folks. Kevin,
we're not going to catch anything, are we?
Good to see you, Kevin.
3, 2,
1. Boom, just like that, he's out.
Hey man, how are ya?
I'm great. This is fantastic, isn't
Can
it?
you see my throat lozenge?
Oh, in your mouth?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What do you think, Adam?
You look so good.
Thanks.
So, I'm here with Ryan from the Paddler Co-op, and if you don't already know the Paddler Co-op, you got to check it out. An amazing, magical place where they teach whitewater and other paddling skills. But we were just talking with Ryan, and you've got some pretty big things happening at the Co-op, don't you?
We've got some big things, yeah. It's good to see you, by the way. Thanks for having me on. We're getting excited because we have the opportunity. The co-op property is for sale, and we have mobilized and prepared to purchase the property because the goal, long term, is to secure permanent access for Paddler Co-op's programs and for paddlers to be able to get on the water and camp at Palmer Rapids. So we've got some money from our reserve fund that we've put into it, but we don't have enough, and we want to make sure that this can happen right now because it's time, you know.
Right.
So we're doing a fundraiser, and we want to raise $250,000 or more. The property costs $700,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and it's 2 acres on the water. It's a beautiful spot, and you know, like. There's a great working relationship. There is a deadline, but you know we've got the right of first refusal. There's a lot of like goodwill there. There's a lot of momentum. So we want to harness this momentum. We want to harness this opportunity and spread the word and secure the co-op permanently.
Well, let's take this opportunity and ask the people watching, if you want to help support Paddler Co-op in their huge goal of purchasing this property, there's probably a link that we can leave in the description below.
There absolutely is.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what.
Or you could just like scan this QR code.
Just tell us your story, and you can scan this QR code to make a donation to the... this is hilarious. I'm like talking in a fishing boat. You can scan this to make a donation into our fundraiser. And there's some really sweet levels on there. Spreading the word is going to be really helpful. Obviously, contributing takes cash. We're at $10,000 and we're like 48 hours from our official launch now. So like the ball's rolling, and we need to keep that coming. We need people who are committed and willing to the co-op to contribute, to step up. We need people to be able to spread the word and share with others. And as well, we want to hear your stories. So that first QR code has a link to share people's stories about how the co-op has impacted them, because this really special place is presenting us with a really awesome opportunity to secure it permanently for good, and we know we're going to get there.
Yeah, that's cool. If you've been to the Paddler Co-op, you don't need to be told that this is a magical place. But if you haven't been, honestly, it's something else. For paddlers, for people who love the outdoors, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't want to get into whitewater paddling seriously, it's an amazing weekend, especially Palmer Fest, the festival that you guys hold, which has turned to twice a year now.
Twice a year, spring
That's
fall.
Incredible. So it's twice the amazing fun. Anyways, thanks a lot, Ryan, and we wish you the best on your goal, man. We really hope that you secure that for the future.
Ben. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a lot of work, and you know we're working hard on our end, but we believe in the strength of our community. We believe in the strength of numbers, and we'll get there.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Take care. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. You too.
Right on.
I found him. Here he is.
This is a non-operating provincial.
Okay, I think he just got off stage. I don't know where he went though. So we gotta try and find him. Okay, we found him. He's just talking to some people right now, but we're gonna ambush him when he's done and complete our mission. Okay, now.
Okay, get him.
Mr. Ben, we found you.
The man of the day.
We've been searching everywhere.
I don't have any secrets.
Are you sure?
I don't have any secrets to share.
The video's over. Ben, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Caught you on stage there. Super happy to run into you now. We do have some questions for you. So, your Still River trip, which is the one you just were talking about. I loved that video. It was so good. A lot of people loved it. So maybe I'll ask first of all, what was it like for you when that video kind of started blowing up? How did that feel? What was that experience like?
Oh man, It was absolutely surreal. When I was out on that trip, it just felt like it was something different. It felt like I was out there like doing the next level, and obviously I couldn't like predict the future or anything, but I just had that gut feeling that like there was so much going into planning for a long trip like that. That was the biggest trip that I had ever done at that time, and I just felt like this one's a special one. It was different than what I had done before, and then to see those numbers like representing like that feeling, it was crazy. Yeah, a little bit of imposter syndrome too, but like, yeah, it was so cool, and it's just crazy to me to see like how many people saw me just doing my thing, what I love. Like, that's it's weird but very cool. Yeah.
So, like, I think I said this already, but I watched that video. One thing that really stood out to me, and I don't know, so I'll be totally honest, I haven't watched a lot of your older content. I know you did a trip with Evan last year or the year before that.
Yeah, last year.
You guys went to that Blue Lake.
Yeah. Yep.
But the storytelling in the Seal River trip was so good. Like, you kind of like, the way it played out throughout the entire video, something that really caught my attention because that's something we focus on a lot. Highly recommend you do check it out. We will leave a link to that video in the description. But we're here for a specific reason. On that trip, you caught a very particular fish. You caught a bunch of fish, but there was one that just caught my eye and it sparkled, and I haven't been able to like forget it. And it's the blue walleye.
Yep.
Did you know the blue walleye were going to be there when you were going to that area?
I did know. I knew from a couple friends that had done the trip ahead of time, or before me, sorry. But for whatever reason, like I'd known about the blue walleye for years, but for whatever reason, when I first caught that very first one, it was such a surprise. It was almost like the days leading up to that, I hadn't even thought about it. And I was like, oh yeah, blue walleye, what the hell? And it was like totally surprised me out of nowhere. It's really cool. Yeah.
Well, they're bluer than any blue walleye I've ever seen.
Yes.
And you got some like good sized ones too.
Yeah. More blue walleye than regular walleye.
Yeah. You ate one or two, right?
I think so, yeah.
How did they taste? Any different?
Yeah, like blueberry, ice cool Gatorade.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. No, they tasted great. I don't know if it was the kilometers on kilometers of portaging, but they tasted better than any walleye I'd ever had before.
Okay, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I do highly recommend that you go check out that video. And finally, the thing that we've been waiting for the entire day, on that trip, you were having a lot of luck with a very particular lure.
Yes.
And then you lost it.
Well, that's it, folks. I broke off on my lucky lure. So I was like jigging this little drop shot the whole time, and I wasn't catching anything. And so then I was like, okay, I gotta keep moving here. So I tied on a crankbait and just started, like, I threw my line over and started paddling. And within like 2 minutes, hooked into my first one, and then my second one, and then so on and so on, and hundreds of walleye on this trip, like to the point where like I was filming all these catches, and then I was like, I can't even include all these in the video, and they were all on this same lure. I might have to call this a lucky lure. And it was like after like 3-4 days of that, it was so shredded to bits. Like it was it was silver, and almost all the silver had been like torn right off. And I think I was telling you, I was gonna frame it. I was gonna like put it in a frame and like put it up on my wall. But I had gone down this one set of rapids and took one cast and hooked into something which I can only imagine was a big pike, and it started peeling all kinds of drag. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Okay. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's gone. No. Ah.
Since you lost that lure, we brought you a little surprise, hopefully to ease the pain a little bit. But we got your replacement.
Oh, it's a flicker shot. That's what it is.
The flicker shot.
Exact one.
There you go. I saw it in the video and knew what it was. So we got a flicker shot. This is for you, Ben.
Come on, bring it in.
Hopefully, and to be honest, we got ourselves a couple too, because we saw you catching them, and our goal is to go there and catch one day. So that's what we're going to be using.
You're doing the steel?
Yeah.
Right on. This summer?
Well, probably not this summer. Maybe not in the plans. But when we do it, would you want to come? No pressure.
I just might have to. I just might have to. Yeah.
You're gonna have to show us all the tips and tricks.
We'll talk. I don't know what I'm doing in like 2 years or whatever, but yeah, we'll talk for sure.
Okay, super cool. Ben, good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks so much for everything.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. This is too much. I'm not gonna open this one. That's going right on the wall just like that.
Oh, you gotta catch some more blue walleye.
Yeah.
And now, unofficially, you're obliged when you do. Like, oh, this is all thanks to the Paddleheads.
Yeah. The forever shout out. No, that's awesome.
Cool,
Yeah,
all right,
thank
great.
you guys.
Thank you guys for watching. Am I doing an outro now? Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed everything. Everyone is great. We missed a bunch of people. If we did, sorry. We still love you. Thanks to everyone who chatted. There will be links. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, whoa, you guys. Oh, man.
That would be very cool.